Welcome, everybody. I know I'm a bit early, but well, let's just see who's around. That's the panel link. So here we go. Right, let's just wait and see who comes up. Well, let's see how things are. Well, tonight is a special live. This is for my friend Ruthie, who lost her auntie this week. Gone. It's also for other people who have lost people. Hey, Stephen, nice to see you. It's for anybody who's lost people, whether it's from military action, due to just illness, accident, anybody. It's for anybody to talk about their family and talk about friends and so on. I'm doing this on behalf of Ruth because she was due to do a live stream tonight, but some things have cropped up for her, as I said, that she had a family bereavement, and then so I'm standing in for Ruthie. If you want to come up, Stephen, here's the chat thing. Okay. So, so I'm still waiting for a few people to come in.
Hey, hi Simon.
Looks like it's only me and you and Billy No Mates tonight.
Oh, well, Ruth did say a certain thing, but I'm not going to say I'm not going to say what it is on here in case that certain person's listening out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Looks like there's 6 people watching, so 6 people in the house, but only one person in the chat.
Ruthie's not in the chat, is she? Or is she just going to watch?
I don't know what's happening. Terry said he'll pop in shortly.
Hi,
So
Stephen. I'm surprised Stephen's not up. He's he's in the chat room.
he's having problems with his phone.
Ian's in the chat room.
Come on up, Ian, if you want to.
Yeah, come up, you old fart. Stop
Come
being
up,
bored. Stop
come
being
up,
bored.
little bird.
Hello,
Come on.
young man.
Hello, Erica.
Are you alright, darling?
I'm doing good, thanks. This is for everybody who's lost a partner or anybody who lost family and friends and so on. It's like a
Yeah.
special for Ruthie.
Oh, yeah. She needs a little break from it all, doesn't she, Bertha?
Yeah.
I'll just make him off the phone to Ian. I did give him your live stream. I did give him your panel link thing. I'll give it to him, but if you come up or not, it's another thing.
Yeah. You just put your sparkly dress on.
He's going to he's getting his songs on ready for you. Who's that?
Hello,
Stephen.
Simon. Neil. Hang on, I've got problems left, right, and centre here.
He's got
Best
problems.
thing you can do is take the headphones out and just talk in a normal tone.
Oh dear.
Hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
How's you been?
there we go. I can hear you. Yeah, I'm okay this evening.
Yeah. This is a special one
It
because
was,
sorry.
yeah, I understand. I saw that the other day that Ruth, her auntie, passed away.
Well, let's just say this is a special one for Ruthie because she wanted me to take over for this live because she was just wanted to hover around in the chat. You know.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, so it's just me, Erica and Neil and you. And Ian in the chat. Floating
Hello,
around.
hello, everyone in chat.
Now it's down to 4 watching.
Hi, Stephen.
Oh, hello, Erica.
Hello.
I thought that was Neil speaking. I thought, change his voice.
I've had a sex change.
The sex change.
I bet she could do that to you anytime she wanted to. Sometimes the way you behave.
Probably could.
Have you had a good day then, Stephen?
She says
It's
yes
been
and
a
no.
day. That's all I can say at this moment of time. It's just been a quiet sort of day, reflecting. Oh, actually, because my father's birthday was yesterday and he passed away way back in 91, I just reflected back on memories.
Mm.
Yeah,
Not
it's
just my
normally
father and me, but various other people I know who have passed away.
yeah, that thing with what happened to Ruthie's aunt brought back about my granddad. You know, he died of cancer after an operation, and he just didn't want to wait. And he it was then that he just realised he had chosen another option out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Makes you think, really. I have to admit, I've not been on myself today. Neil probably knows that.
Yeah. Yeah, the nice roast dinner with mum and dad today, I think it's on.
Yeah, I had a nice roast dinner with mum and dad. I don't talk about my granddad and grandparents very much with mum and dad because I don't want to upset my dad because even though it's been since 1999, my dad still misses his dad every day. You know, them two are very, very close. Okay, what is Ruth doing? In chat lurking.
Oh,
Come out the bushes, my dear.
Hi, Ruthie.
She's in the chat lurking.
Oh, I see. That's fair enough. We understand.
yeah, yeah,
7 in the house.
yeah. Well, I lost my sister. Well, I was very young when my sister Sarah passed away. She was 11. I must have been younger than that. She spent most of her life in hospital.
Are you the only two then, or have you got any other brothers?
There's only me and my other sister in South Croydon.
All right.
By the way, Ian Gallagher says, hi, Stephen.
Oh, hello, Ian. How are you this evening?
He's not too happy because his team lost against Arsenal today, 3-1.
Oh,
Just like
Good old.
well, it doesn't mean much to me.
like the Manchester United bra. All support but no cups.
I don't watch sports that much, really. I do. I mean, when I hear about the All Blacks winning, that's exciting.
Well, I suppose it would be. I suppose it would be because that's your
Yeah.
country, isn't it?
Well, yes, but if they'd lost, well, it'd be like a big cloud over in New Zealand.
And you don't mention it.
Have you ate all your sweets from Turkey yet?
Yes, they're just about all gone.
Do you know, it's still chucky what Wolf and Hound said about calling it turkey nipple instead of turkey snacks?
Well, the last video that I put up on my channel, I thought I'll try these. Well, it said hot red pepper snacks, and I'm not really keen on hot. I don't mind spicy, but they were like, Doritos, taco chips. They were like that, but bland. And actually, they're the sort of thing you'd need some sort of sauce to go with it.
A nice salsa.
But yeah, like a salsa, which I didn't have. So, but they were nice. But they had Turkish delight in their box, and that was the nicest Turkish delight. Oh, it had peppermint flavour.
Nice.
It was. Oh. And there was mainly chocolate, and it was nice. The thing that was called Poof, P-U-F, that was like a very soft marshmallow biscuit.
Yeah.
I like to laugh. Well, it's the laugh of the name called Puff. P-U-F.
Neil.
It was a very soft marshmallow biscuit. It was really nice, actually. Shame it was only just one.
Well, there's two puffs on this channel at the moment.
The chocolate
Is it
sticks
what?
were nice, and the
Yeah.
garlic and the herb ones were nice. But it is expensive because that was the premium box I got, and that's about between 24 to 26 pounds
Yeah.
a month.
Buddy.
But you certainly get your money's worth out of it
Yeah.
with that amount of money.
So when do you get your next lot then?
I won't because I've cancelled it because of financial reasons.
All right.
Damn universal credit,
Oh yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have continued with it, but I've had to make sacrifices.
Yeah. I mean, you're saying about your sister. My granddad, when I was a kid, he used to take me out to the woods and teach me what the trees were, what the birds were in the trees, the sounds, the things. Because my grandfather was a teacher anyway, as his job, and he was a really nice granddad. I really loved him to pieces when he died. I think that's what started my depression things off a little bit. You know.
Have I got an uncle?
I don't know, have you?
I know. I don't know. I'm trying to work out.
If you
Yeah,
got that
uncle,
one, well,
second removed Uncle Derek,
Mm-hmm.
because he's not my original uncle, my first one. When I was visiting the UK in '79,
Mm-hmm.
Mum and I were here in the UK for about 3 months, and we were somewhere, and my then uncle Bob passed away. So I was fortunate that we were in the UK and we were able to go to the funeral.
Okay. By the way, Ruthie Specialist 3 in private. She wants to say hi to everybody.
Hello, Ruth. Big hugs from me.
She wanted me to come on live here because I'm helping her out because she's not having a particularly good time at the
No,
moment.
I know what it's like.
So she wants to say hello to everybody on the chat and in panel.
primary thing.
Yeah, well, I remember when my father was in hospital. Mother and sister and I were talking about things in general, and it was good that we were around father when he passed away. But it was upsetting.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, when I was living on my own, when Mum in 2003 had moved to the UK to be with my sister, and she was going to be coming back to New Zealand to see how I was after she'd been there for a while. And she's generally a very fit person, loved walking, been out, out and about in nature, And then within the time that she was there, she found it very difficult to go walking for long distance.
Mm-hmm.
And then asked for a while. And then she ended up being on oxygen tanks.
That's not good.
No. And then, of course, I was speaking with a friend. My sister phoned me and said, that Mum had passed away. And I thought that I had accepted it at the point when my sister told me, okay, I can understand what's happened. But it was like one moment I was making myself a coffee and it's like this big black void hit me. And I suddenly realised of the news that my sister had told me, and I just felt that I'd been eaten up by a big black hole and I just couldn't get out of it.
Yeah.
It was very upsetting.
Yeah. I mean, it was like the same for my mum's mum when she died. You know, she died at 103 in the nursing.
That's a good age.
Yeah. It's like she was my last grandparent, right? And I felt awful when she went. It was like I got no other senior people above me except for my parents now.
I think what's comforting to know is I am well aware that my mother visits me now and again, apart from other relatives and other people. It's nice to know that she visits to see that I'm okay.
Hmm.
Spiritually.
I understand. I think I'm getting myself upset actually. A little bit.
Yeah.
You know, me and my grandmother had a complicated relationship. I loved her dearly, she loved me, but there was a bit of jealousy involved with that from when I was adopted by my parents. You see, my parents had, did have children for a long time, and then I was adopted, and then suddenly grandma and granddad didn't have mum and dad to themselves that much anymore. I am sorry to hear that, Ian.
Mm. I think without saying too much at this moment of time, I'm going to have to take Alfie to the vets.
Why?
Something's not right. No, no, no. I don't want to say too much at this moment of time because it's upsetting and very stressful to me at the moment. And all I can say at this moment of time, she is sleeping in the dish rack.
What the hell?
I had to clear all the dishes away. But I'd rather her because I know that something's not right.
Fucking fly. Oh, if a fucking fly keep on buzzing and land on my leg,
Biggles.
I'm gonna fucking pull his wings off in a minute. He'll fly in.
You got to fly. I've had a fly go flying around me since yesterday, and I'm sat here with the fly spray, and I want to get it, but it's gone.
Do you know, I've got one that's buzzing around me, or been buzzing around me most of tonight, and I got fed up with it. I threw my shoe, it hit the wall, and there's a mark on the blooming chimney breast now where the blooming fly went squat.
Well, this fly had been bothering me for some time. I thought, right, I'm going to get the fly spray, and I'm going to sit here and wait for it to turn up so I can get it. And guess it's gone.
He's a clever fly.
Oh yeah, obviously knows. Well, that's a good thing because it knows not to bother me.
What you have to do, you have to see if you can get hold of it and pull one of the wings off. Say no fly.
Otherwise, I'll get Alfie onto it. She's very good on catching things.
So was our dog Buddy. He loves catching flies.
I kind of nearly threw up at lunchtime because the dog. We noticed the dog was chasing something, and then Mum said it was a giant spider, and suddenly the dog ate the spider.
Yeah, Ruth's cat used to play with the spider on the floor, and she used to pull it a bit. You can see it taking its legs off.
My Alfie will catch anything. Alfie will catch anything that moves.
Aye.
If it flies, she'll get it.
Yeah.
And I spent about 7 hours this morning watching a paranormal investigation.
Wow.
All right.
Ooh. That was from the haunted side. Oh, crikey. I didn't think I was going to get through it, but
I was watching something about Casper site the other night, and
he was,
oh my god, what about the
he's a
alien?
character.
Yeah, no, that bloody alien in the forest. Oh my god, I thought I was going to shit myself inside out.
Yeah.
There is another one I
But,
like, slapped ham.
oh, yeah, slapped ham. And secret, what's it called? It's equivalent to slapped ham, but it's called secret something.
I think
Her name is Lorna.
He had a slapped ass occasionally.
Yeah, but she's very equivalent, showing the same sort of stuff that slapped ham does. But if you really want to see real paranormal things happening in a house, there's a guy called Really Haunted.
But looks like somebody's saying.
And Mark Vernon has a spirit that follows him around all over the place. Carlo. He's worth watching.
Seems that some people on Instagram are not Instagram, on Twitter aren't very happy that I'm doing this for Ruthie.
Yeah, I don't know who's to blame for that one, but I'm not going to say a word.
Not happy about what?
That I'm doing this for Ruthie. They say it's too quick.
What do you mean it's too quick? When you expect to do it?
I know.
You meant to do it while I'm fresh, isn't you? You know what I mean? You don't do it a month later, do you?
No. Oh well.
But they don't like it, they ain't got to come up, have they?
No, not many people have come up. It's only Ian and you and Stephen tonight.
Oh, we're here for Ruthie. That's all that matters.
Yeah, we're here with you, Ruth.
We care.
Also, grief affects people in many different ways.
I thought Mr. J might have been up.
I don't know.
I still have moments, the time when I lost my cat, my dear old Blackie.
Oh, Ruthie said she's giving us a wave, even though she's in the chat.
Hello.
Well, wave to you, Ruthie, let's see.
Yeah, well,
eating, apparently. He'll come up when he's finished.
Who's eating?
Ruthie's saying to me that Mr. J is scoffing at food.
Is he?
Yeah, I was. I better not mention it.
What's the matter?
I was just thinking of mentioning something, but I thought, no, I better keep it. It's to do with a live stream that I was watching and the incidents that occurred while watching it. But all I say at the moment is I watch Jariah's Lives, which is Dave, and Second Star Survival with Matthew. And I really love watching their channel because it's late at night, but it's
in the house.
One of the things I like watching.
Twin Paranormal, that one kind of freaked me out the other day. As well.
I haven't seen them. Well, I saw just, I tell you, the Paranormal Files. They went in a tunnel and the door shut on them.
Ooh.
And they couldn't get out.
Oh, fuck that.
The poor guy was having a panic attack. Oh, because there were other people there and they were actually packing up to go and leave. And they said that they were going to go down and investigate this tunnel. It was just as well they did, because the door had obviously closed and shut them in.
Ooh.
Oh, the poor guy, was really freaked out. Well, I think I would be
Oh,
too.
God, that again. I'd have shit myself.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like the dark to start with, but I've been on my own in the dark. So
And was with his girlfriend.
It's a case of having spare pair of underwear.
Yeah. But he was with his girlfriend and they said they were going to go investigate this tunnel. And they heard a door close and they didn't think much about it at the time. And then on their way back, they realised to their horror that the door's closed. And I mean, it's those situations. You think, if that's closed, they're going to be shut in there and no one knows.
Yeah.
But it's fortunate.
About Yvette Fielding when she was almost haunted. 9 in the room, by the way. Nice to see that. And
she used to scream, didn't she? She's a white big girl, like, wasn't she? Oh, bit feeling.
Oh, yeah.
you got that pink thing on your ceiling again, Stephen.
Pardon?
I saw that pink shape briefly again.
Well, I can't see it. Although, mind you, hang on. It's the way that I look up that dark bit up,
Get the fly spray.
up there. It does look like something, but I think it's sometimes the reflection of light. Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting the bloody aerosol can out and the fucking lighter and fucking flamethrower and the fucking flies that come past.
You're going to end up
Well, I'm ready. I'm ready for my.
Fucking little thing. There's only one in the room, and that's a pain in the ass. You fucking all the places to land on. That's got to land on you, and I don't land on anything else.
Yeah. It's like you can't get me.
But that's fucking high. Yours is up on the ceiling, so and you can't see it. That's taking a piss at you. Think, you can't get me.
Yeah.
You made me laugh because there was one that landed on my dad's head, and my mum smacked a newspaper on top of it and squished the fly on my dad's head.
Ooh.
Well, at least you caught the fly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I bet your dad wasn't impressed.
No, he wasn't. I said, "Don't worry, Dad. There's no flies."
I bet he said a few choice words over there.
Well, just as well, when you hit the fly, it doesn't say, help me, help me.
Look at the chat. Anne says, I just spotted a massive spider in my bath.
Oh, spider, right. Just put what you do, you turn the tap on and flush it down the plug hole.
Oh, poor spider.
I usually get a box or a plastic container and try and sort of lean it towards the spider and blow on it so that it goes towards the container. But the spiders I've had in Auckland, they're big things. They are scary.
Spiders don't bother me.
Spider to the cat.
Mm. But then I do remember one. I don't know how I got rid of it, but we recently moved into that place in Cockayne Crescent in Auckland, and Mum was about to have a shower, and she opened up the curtain, and there was a big black spider there.
I bet your mum said something rude.
Can you get? Well, I kindly sort of like, can I get rid of it? And even I was panicking.
I remember that time when me and Ruth and our two friends of ours, we was in Gran Canaria, Maspalomas. We was all inclusive, and they had this reptile person come down, and they had he had these lizards which we could.
I can well.
You could hold the lizard if you want to, or you could touch the lizard, which I did. I don't mind lizards. And he had this. At first, he had this spider, but but no one didn't know that was not a real one. That was a fucking fake one, but no one didn't know that. Even I didn't know that. And I went up to him and said to him, "I go, that Ruth don't like spiders. Her and her friend Michelle didn't like spiders. Well, he got his spider in his hand, and he's going like this with it, and he's running towards them. Oh, I've never seen this when their friend run so fast in their life. Her friend was laughing that much. She pissed us off. She had to go back into her apartment to change her knickers.
Oh God!
I don't blame her.
Do you know the worst thing I've seen? This is true.
That was funny.
My dad found a dead rat one day in the back garden.
Oh, crikey.
And he pulled a trick on my granddad, who was being a pain in the arse. You know, my mum's dad. So he put it in the spare bedroom in the chest of drawers. When Grandma opened it, turns out the rat wasn't dead.
Oh.
And it was running around the bedroom. She was screaming.
I can well imagine.
In bed.
Well, not where I used to live, but prior to that, we lived near a creek, and the cats would often go down and bring back these bloody big rats from the creek. And the problem was one time, I hadn't been down to the rumpus room for some time, and there was a dead rat. And, of course, I had to get rid of it. And the unfortunate thing was it had stuck to the concrete. God, talk about freaking out. Oh, it took me ages to get rid of it.
Yeah. It's like when I remember going to my ex Torsten's place. Well, I say place, he was renting a room there. And his landlord let him use the lounge and kitchen and so on. I went in the kitchen to do some cheese on toast as a bit of a supper thing. No.
I like cheese on toast.
Suddenly, this rat runs across not rat, it was a mouse that ran across the tabletop. I took one look and I went, ugh! And then I looked down the bottom and there was another mouse on my foot looking at me.
Ugh.
I screamed like a girl.
Mice don't bother me. That's the rats I don't like. Rats and snakes.
You know what cockroaches are like?
Yeah.
Not the small one, but we used to get the German ones that come from outside to inside. And one early morning when I was getting ready, I had to go to hospital that morning, and I made myself a coffee, put the water in, and I went to hold it up, and I was just about to drink from it, and then realised on the other side of the mug was this cockroach. So I just put the mug and pour it all back in the sink. Because these are big, massive cockroaches. They usually come from the ones that live outside.
I got those slow worms dropping me from by a crow who literally found it a bit too much. And I actually, for most of a couple of years, kept it as a pet. But it passed away eventually. I thought it was a lovely, fascinating creature as a slow worm.
But that same day when they chased Ruth and that with a spider, they got their own back on me because he had a snake, and they know I didn't like snakes. So they got me up on the stage and blindfolded me. But he put this thing around my neck. But he put this, and you know them rubber snakes you can get. Yeah, I think not the rubber ones you can get, them toy rubber ones. He put them around my neck, and all of a sudden, well, I fucking shit myself. I pulled my scarf off. I saw this snake. I thought that was real. I screamed like a girl. Everyone stood there laughing. We've got that old teacher for getting them to chase us with a spider.
I've actually had a big Burmese python around my neck before. Didn't bother me. It was lovely feeling to a snake. It felt lovely.
I bet you like big things around your neck, don't you?
Well, just as well as a snake, and it's not a snake turning into Voldemort.
Uh, I thought that's Neil after he called himself Nicola. Hello, Tom. Nice to see you.
Simon, do you know you've got the link on the
Panel, yes, the
on
banner.
the yeah, but it's not down in the chat. It's on the panel there.
I know, I just don't know how to do it.
Well, I don't know. I just wasn't sure as to whether you were aware of it.
There's only 3 on.
Oh,
There's only 3 on. Oh, bless.
hello.
Hello.
That you, Erica?
Yes, that's me.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's Neil being a ventriloquist.
Hi.
Wow. I wonder where she got her hand.
I don't think I could do my sound of
I
voice.
don't think you want to know that, Simon.
What did you
But
say?
I'm sure you can guess.
Something dirty, probably.
Yes, I don't think you
Simon,
didn't want.
behave yourself.
What did you say, Simon?
I just wondered whether she had a hand up your back, you know, pulling the move to while she's talking.
What do you think? I'm
Oh,
a puppet now?
You
Yeah.
couldn't think
Oh,
how
was that guy?
Well, no,
So Jeff Dunham. Is it Jeff Dunham with that with Peanut and the other Asmid?
Yeah.
I kill you! I
Well,
kill
another
you!
one was the old man.
Oh, that's funny.
Shut up, I kill you.
He's my ventriloquist. I can't get that on there tonight.
Actually, I've been listening to Kevin Wilson.
I like Kevin Wilson.
Yeah. Does it look like a dilligaff?
Hey, Santa Claus, you.
Yeah. Where's my fucking bike? And it's not me that's rude, my sister's just as rude too.
Yeah, I've been watching that
More
film by
more.
that program by Rodney Carrington, and there's a song he sings. He's a country and western comedian. This is called "Dear Penis." It's about him complaining that his penis won't rise anymore.
Yeah. I think I know what you mean.
This Sunday is the 3rd, isn't it?
Sunday. What's that for you?
Yeah, this Sunday is the 3rd.
Yeah, dear Neil, you don't love me anymore.
But it's the 3rd. Sunday is the 3rd, yeah.
So I'm not going to get the 11th. I've got the
Oh, dear.
hospital.
Oh, God. Start work at 8 tomorrow morning.
Yeah. You know, we were talking about long fallen loved ones as well.
You're a hard-working man, Neil.
I remember how
course I do.
it came for my mum to pass away because she broke her pelvis in a fall, and
Oh dear.
I mean she kept getting these infections because of it. You know. Eventually, she had to go to a home because she got too mad with us. I mean, we didn't know what she was doing, and eventually we found out it was a massive, big infection in her salivary glands that was making her go all this crazy.
Ugh.
Then after that, Mum got back to herself. It was weird. It was like as if the old person, the person we had been living with
Yeah.
for 6 or 7 months, had gone, and the old mum was back again. You know?
Sometimes certain things can affect the way people say things.
Yeah. Do you know, she doesn't even remember having to go into a home because it got too much for us.
Oh,
You know, if you think about it, you can imagine how bleak those times were.
yeah.
You know?
I'm just going to get myself a coffee. I'll be back in a moment.
Okay.
Okay.
I can see Neil's dinner in his mouth then. It was right down to his stomach.
Oh, dear.
Not many people up here actually in the chat.
Yeah.
No.
It's like I'm being boycotted tonight.
Yeah, thanks to one person.
Yeah, I don't like that. People taking sides over something I was trying to do for, that's something for Ruth.
Wow. They're really jealous at the.
Yeah. I'm okay, but thank you. It's got a bit of toothache, but that'll get sorted tomorrow. My dad's going to take me down to the dentist, or he's going to take it out with a pair of pliers.
I've got a pair of pliers. I'll come round now and do it for you, Simon, if you like.
I don't live anywhere near Norwich.
If I can come, I'll come to yours and work that work van.
Mm-hmm.
Get some. I'll have to get some diesel first, though, mind you, because I'm low on diesel. So I'll get some diesel first. Come and pull your teeth out. Do a bit of gardening around your way, then come on.
Yeah.
We can share the bed, top and tail. I promise I won't fart.
You done what?
I said, I promise I won't fart.
Is that what you're going to be using to lock me out before you take the bloody tooth out?
Yeah. Put your head under the covers.
Oh, God. I've done that once. And my boyfriend was at the time, got into bed with me, and suddenly he got wafted with the fumes, and I'd never seen anybody go so green in my life. He says, "Did you have to do a Dutch oven on me?" Andrew says, "Yes, it's an alternative to laughing gas." Yeah. I hope Terry's okay. He's been feeling a little bit sad tonight.
All right, what was that?
He thought he'd put his foot in it with Ruthie, but he hadn't. You know.
All right.
Hey, Spitfire, welcome. We're here today to show solidarity and love to those who may have lost loved ones, but also to show people how good life is and how to look at life in the best way. Life is too short to have quarrels. Life is too short to hold grudges. When people pass away around you, it makes you think and realise, yes, let's go and talk to this person I haven't talked to ages. Let's sort it out. Let's bury the hatchet. And I don't mean in the head, if you get the meaning. But oh, it's just, I don't know. It's just me thinking that way, and that's all. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine.
Well, Ruth did tell me a certain thing, but I don't know if that was true or not. But she did say something about someone.
Well, if they don't,
I can't say the name. I can't say any names in case they're listening in. You know.
well, if they don't particularly like it, they're tough. And he didn't come.
I'm not going to say the name in case that certain person is listening but not coming in, like Ruthie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, Spitfire. I wonder how you've been doing in life.
Oh, Spitfire.
Right, Stephen?
He's heavy breathing, isn't he?
I think he's having inhalers.
Fuck.
No thanks, Stephen. This is a family-friendly show.
What's he done? Are you all right, Stephen?
I think he's having some issues. Wow. Stephen? How are you? Oh, he's got problems and he's trying to find an inhaler. 8 in the house. Of course you're friendly, love.
At least it's been a nice dry day today.
Yes, it has.
You can guarantee I got to work for my little piss bang. Always does.
Indeed.
I don't care. Long. All I'm worried about tomorrow is getting some diesel. That's all I'm worried about tomorrow.
Oh dear.
You are?
Stephen's gonna kick himself. Coming off again. There you go.
Or what are you like, Stephen?
He still seems to be there. It's just he says he's keeping himself off chat. I wonder what's going on.
Have you found your inhaler, Stephen?
Oh yes, I have, Anne. I've been watching that one in Iceland, and I've been watching that one in the Canaries.
Cost bad in the Canaries, isn't it?
Yeah.
On what, living in New Volcano, sod that. See, we're quite lucky in the UK. We don't get volcanoes.
Yeah.
And we don't get tornadoes or earthquakes and stuff like that. We're quite good. I know we get heavy, like strong winds, but nothing like they get abroad.
Yeah.
We get winds up to 80, 90 miles an hour. Yeah. Is Ruthie still listening in?
She's still listening in, yes.
Good old Ruthie. See, we're there for you. This is Anne Reed.
She's just giving me silent encouragement at the moment, if you know what I mean. She's talking to me on Facebook. Yeah. Stephen, you can try and come back up again.
That friend of yours on the Facebook, Anne Reeves, is she American or is she English?
I don't know.
Because she put earthquakes sometimes, so...
Well, Canaries, if you've got volcanic activity, you also get earthquakes within it as well, which is like shockwaves before it starts to go boom. So...
she's English. Okay. What part of England do you come from? Yeah, we have had an earthquake in England. I remember Ruth saying about it, but I slept through it. Obviously, it wasn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Birmingham? She from Birmingham? All right.
I've got family in Birmingham.
All right. Birmingham, all right. I take it she's a Birmingham City fan, I reckon.
Yeah. She said, yeah, she slept through a earthquake in England, yeah. I remember one years ago, 1980s, I was staying with grandparents, my dad's parents, and suddenly there was one outside. Hello, Kip. Hello, panel.
Hi, Kip.
What did I say hello, panel for? I'm going to stick a bloody custard tonight.
Hi, panel, you go, you Kip. Was this a panel you... Oh.
Banana.
You just can't get the staff, can you? Hello, family. You meant to say hello, chat. I can't say that. Hello, chat room. You meant to say.
It's just one of those bloody weeks, isn't it? Yeah, I've got exactly 3 days until I go away. I'm looking forward to the holiday.
Where did you say you're going?
You're going to.
I'm going to the Lake District.
Oh, you'll like it there. That's not. Have you been before?
No.
Oh, you'll like it there.
You will like it.
Me and Ruth went to the Lake District that way. We went to Cumbria, which is the Lake District, and that is very nice. The scenery is lovely. You get all the mountains, and it's really nice. You'll like it.
Have you ever been to Lake Windermere?
Yeah, I've been on the Windermere.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they still got them now, but when I was younger, me and my dad and my dad's girlfriend and my sister, we went to Windermere. We went on one of them gondola booty things onto the water there. It was like a boat trip thing, and that was quite good.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine who went on Lake Windermere, with his family, and he wasn't very clean, if you know what I mean, a bit stinky type of person. So his wife, on purpose, literally moved the boat to a certain direction as she was punching it, and he fell off into the water. And she says, "Yes, at last, a bath for you."
She just took a bath of something for me.
She just made him have a bath in the water. And I said to her afterwards, "Are you sure you didn't poison the fish?"
Yeah, poor old fishies.
Yeah.
Are you all right now, Stephen?
Yeah, got all sorts of problems. What happens sometimes, because the way sometimes I'm hearing you from my headphones, and the next I'm hearing you from the speaker of the phone. When I try and alternate to get it working back onto the headphones, it either mucks up the sound or kicks me out of wherever I am.
Cool. I say not cool in a good way, but it's like wow.
Oh, this phone is causing.
And now you had your inhaler.
I've used it, yes. Although I shouldn't be, but we're got it here just in case.
Forget, Neil. Smile.
Just as well. I'm heavy breathing for a reason. That's heavy breathing.
What's Neil been doing to you on the side?
Someone's getting turned on with that heavy breathing. What are you talking?
No, Neil, it was you smiling about it. I was just busy looking at the chat,
Now, one question I want to ask is, how do I get my avatar? Because when I go like this, you see the white circle.
Yeah.
So how do I get back to using my avatar?
I don't know.
I don't know. You'll have to ask probably Ruby on that one, maybe.
Because what happened was I stupidly, accidentally, or whatever, erased Samsung internet from my phone.
Yeah.
And because of that, it erased everything that I dealt with through one of my 2 emails.
Oh, bollocks.
So when I came through to here, I had to restart 3 lines over again. And because of that, it's got rid of my avatar. So I've now to figure out how to get that picture up there again.
Kip says you pick a picture from your computer and put it as your avatar.
But Kip even doesn't have a computer.
Off from your phone, I suppose, then, I take it. I don't really know. I know Ruth would know. If she was up there, she'd know.
Yeah.
What are
you doing, Kip? I know you've been having a bit of trouble recently, and I just was hoping you're all right. Uh-oh, he's got him bollocked off again. He's gone Mario.
Yeah, we've got still on there. Oh,
maybe he's figuring out how to put his avatar on.
Young Simon's still on there.
Yes, I am.
I know you are. We've got old Neil on there.
I think I'm the only one that hasn't gone Mario in the past on the blooming YouTubes.
Neil's the old man.
You always go Mario with you, don't she? She was forever kicking herself out and come back in again.
She did it a couple of times on me by accident. She wanted to get herself sorted out and kicked me off twice last week. And I was thinking, really?
Okay. Just a minute, I have problems with the fucking network. Come on. Oh,
That's fine, Kit. You keep your faith next to
you know what I
you.
mean? So that's the hospital people. So if it's enough to know, if it is, it's great. If it isn't, then the taxi. They've got to have a lot of funds to do that taxi runs. That's what they're waiting for, the funds to go in. So it'll be like to find out those funds.
Oh God!
And I can't think who I've got to speak to. Adam. Adam.
How's your daughter's been doing, Neil?
Yeah, my daughters are okay. I spoke to Stephanie, my youngest one, Stephanie, the other day. She's okay. And my two granddaughters are good. My youngest,
The youngest one.
oldest one, I mean.
You meant oldest, not youngest.
Yeah, my youngest one's Lisa. Yeah, she's doing fine. She's what tomorrow.
Don't tell me he's got another daughter that you don't know of, Erica.
No,
No.
two daughters, Stephanie and then Lisa. She named the first one. She named Stephanie, and I said I'll name Lisa. So I called her middle name is Marie, after Elvis Presley, Lisa Marie.
Yeah. So what would you do that if you had a son, you'd have called it Elvis?
No, I wouldn't have called him Elvis. No, because they had the piss pick him at school. I'd have called him Aaron, which is Elvis's middle name.
Yeah. You always called him Presley.
That's like you could have done.
Aaron Presley.
I could call him Jesse, which is Elvis's twin brother.
Yeah.
His Elvis had a twin brother who died at birth.
Funny enough, I went to school with a guy called Jesse, and he had the Mickey taken out because in England and as well as Scotland, a Jesse is one of those.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
And in America, they don't say fag. They call them cigarettes because a fag is apparently a gay person, I think.
Yeah. Welcome back, Mr. Stephen. Welcome back.
He's done it. You've done it, Stephen. You've
Hello.
done it.
Oh dear. Am I back?
Yeah, and you've done it. You got your avatar, your picture of you up.
Yeah, but I couldn't find the one that I'd been using before, so I had to take a photo.
Cool.
Kit says, way to go, Stephen.
Like that's awful.
Well,
I'm not saying that I'm awful, but
yeah, but you can always change it in time.
Yeah.
yeah, I think I know how to. It was just by fluke I remembered what to do. Fluke, and I won't remember when I do it next time.
Yeah. When it comes to next time, we forgot how to do it. What is my one? I'll put it.
My
Oh,
was
maybe not.
raccoon.
Me with a nice little top on. Yeah.
Yeah. It feels weird without Ruthie in the chat itself, but she's got happy where she is.
As long as she's happy where she is, that's the main thing.
Eating sausages, I presume.
Yeah, she's sitting there stuffing them little fucking sausages in her mouth, yeah. Well, I'm not going to go, Simon, because I've got to be at work at 8 o'clock. I've got to be up at 6.
Okay, you take care of yourself.
Okay, Ruthie, I'll speak to you soon, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Take
Call me
care,
Ruth.
Neil.
And I'll talk to Ruthie on air because she can hear me, obviously.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
tart, what you like.
You have a good
All
night,
right,
and
Yeah.
don't work too hard, Neil.
I'll try not to.
Good enough.
Bye.
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 And then there was 2.
Yeah. Yeah, because I had a shave not so long ago, and you see it's growing back again.
Yeah.
I just can't compete with this body of mine. I have a shave and it's growing back. Ugh.
Are you naturally fair haired then?
I've got brown hair turning white, but I
I'm
don't
all
call
white.
it what.
As you can
I
see,
call
I'm
it
all.
silver.
I know, I'm more white than silver. Than
Actually,
black.
maybe I should have used the name Silver Fox.
Thank you, Kip. For
Hello,
I'll let her
hello,
know.
Kip.
So, did you manage to get your money back from Asda eventually?
Yeah, but it wasn't much. But with whatever I've got left, I've got to hang on to it to make sure I can get some cat food for Alfie. And she's still sleeping in the dish rack.
Dry in
But
the
no,
house.
yeah. No, it's that she's wanting food constantly, and obviously something's not right. So when I get paid next month, then before I get food, before I treat myself to anything, I've got to make an appointment with the vets.
So, it feels weird though. Again, I'm like I got so used to being on Ricky's track because I haven't done a live in a while.
Yeah, you're stuck with,
I've got to get
and you.
myself back into it.
Well, you got me. Hello, everyone in chat.
Across from the chat, and he said, "I got you."
All I got is you.
Oh. Anne Reese says her old cat gets like that. How old is Alfie? She said
18.
that is very old for a cat.
Yeah. Well,
How old were you when you first got Alfie?
I got Alfie in the year after I lost Blackie, so it would have been 2011.
So was she middle aged then, or
Middle-aged, yeah, then, yeah. And I mean,
you think, Stephen, your cat could be pregnant?
no,
Like food.
no. This is more than being pregnant. This is way, I don't want to worry about it too much, but I know something's not right. I mean, normally, I'll say that normally I give her just one pouch in the morning and she's fine. And then I feed her again in the afternoon and she's fine. Now, like I feed her in the morning at 6 o'clock. And then at 6:15, she's screaming for more. At 6:30, she's wanting more. At 7:15, she's wanting another one. It's constant.
Says to me, maybe she.
And that's one of the things I read about is because she's a purebred. I read that black Bombays tend to do overeat, but this is more than overeat. Because it's like I've given her something and she's forgotten, she's had it and wants more.
Could she be going senile?
Well, if she isn't, I am. Oh, God. It's causing me, I mean,
diet for the cat.
It's caused me a little bit of unnecessary stress.
Kate thinks that the cat might have a parasite.
Could be either thyroid or just her old age catching up with her. I won't know until I get her to the vets, so I'm not speculating anything at this moment of time because I don't want to worry myself any more than I am at the moment.
So everybody's been kind towards you on this one for Alfie, so...
Yeah, well, I mean...
Thank you for your kind words and everything. It's
Yes.
one of those things where Stephen wants to find out from the vet.
I'm just not wanting to talk about her too much at the moment because either I am under stress a bit and I could just burst out into tears because I'm really upset about what's been happening. So, and they say I'm stuck because I can't do anything until I take it to the vets.
I'm sorry.
So I'm just taking every day as it comes.
By the way, I'm getting a cat after my holiday.
Ah.
I'm getting a
And you
little
know, the weird thing is because I've got my two other ones here,
kitten.
I've been constantly feeling like there is a cat here at this moment of time.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're here and their spirits looking after me.
I think Anne has just sent some healing to your cat.
Well, she's sleeping, as I said, in the dish rack in the kitchen at the moment, and I'm not going to disturb her.
She's in the district, so I mean she's got a lot on the plate.
Which may be saying, you need to clear the dishes away, which I did because I'll have to clean that up when she's. Because it's not really healthy, is it, to have a cat sit where you put all your dishes?
No.
But I'd rather her be comfortable and sleeping than sitting here meow, meow, meow all the time. And it's,
Well, I'm going to be getting a kitten of a grey from Bengal cat.
Because originally, before I had Alfie, it was year prior to that, I lost Blackie.
Mhm.
Blackie was attacked by a dog, and I still have nightmares about that day. But Blackie, I had her from birth, and her mother was Queenie, and Queenie died of respiratory problems. And then soon after that, Blackie got attacked, and I lost both of them.
Wow.
Queenie was a tabby. She was a beautiful looking silver tabby. And Blackie was the odd one out because she was black and all the others were tabby. Because there was Queenie, who was the mother, and then there was Fluffy, and there was Squealer.
What do you call a squealer?
She squealed a lot, rather than the meows, like a squeal. And Fluffy, he was the only male cat we had, and I liked him. But he only lived for about 7 months, and he was knocked over. And then, of course, we had Squealer and Queenie and Blackie. And when I moved to where I was in Sunnysnook, we had the three there. Squealer took off. She didn't like the place, so she ran away and never came back, like with Lucky, what Lucky did.
Well, Anne's got a tabby, black cat, and a Russian blue.
Yeah. Yeah, well. Yeah, Queenie I had her. We had Queenie when she was 7. And then as I was reflecting back, I can remember the day because there was a cat that we'd lost prior to getting Queenie. And Mum and I were coming back home from being out somewhere. And she said, well, why don't we pop into the local pet shop and see if we can get a kitten?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we got Queenie. And then later on we had Blackie, Fluffy and Squealer.
The first dog I remember Mum and Dad having was one called Pippin. And she was a big Springer Spaniel, a big chunky one. And she was as soft as a brush. She wouldn't do anything to you. She'd just lie against you. And she'd let you hug her and be there with her, and she wouldn't bother at all. And I have to admit, I remember I was playing with her once and I fell down the stairs. And Mum turned around and she asked me if I was all right. The dog gave me a look as if that look to say, "Told you not to play on the stairs." The dog did. You know, it was like the dog is
Yeah.
trying to get me out of trouble.
Yeah, because I'm thinking not many people in chat, how many the people here in chat probably are not aware of the fact that when I moved here and where I'm living now, and I had Alfie from the catchery from where she was staying, she was here for a few weeks and then she took off
Yeah. By the
and she
way,
disappeared.
Amanda sent me something that might work for you. GI, it's called GI Clean Up Gold to clean up your cat's tum tum.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Amanda. Well, Alfie
A picture for you to get.
Disappeared from here for 2 years. And in the was it must have been October or December, I decided to get another cat, and her name was Lucky.
Oh,
Then
yeah,
one night, then one because Lucky was like Blackie, a black cat, but only bigger, and she was a problem cat because she was a rescue, and she had a few issues, but I got used to her. One night I went outside to have a smoke. I'd forgotten, and I thought that I'd closed the back door.
Yeah.
And she obviously snuck out, and I didn't know because I went straight back inside and went to sleep. And when I got up the next morning, I couldn't find Lucky anywhere.
No,
and then within the same week that Lucky had disappeared, another black cat turned up, and it was Alfie. But Alfie, because she'd been missing for so long, she had slightly gone feral. So it was a bit of a problem to get her inside. So what I did was leave the back door open with food there for her to get. And one night I went into the kitchen to make myself a coffee, and I heard meowing coming from the bedroom. And I thought, well, hello, what's this? And it was Alfie. She'd obviously recognised where, we'd come home to. And as soon as she was in, I closed up the door and the cat flap, and she remained inside for at least a year until she actually ventured outside again.
I bet she realised that she'd been a naughty pussycat.
Well, I really don't know. She looked perfectly well when she turned up home. She has something on her that wasn't there before. It's not a parasite. It's something that's obviously, when the vet saw it, she didn't seem to be too bothered about it. So it's obviously not causing Alfie any problems. But I mean, Alfie was fitting well when she was here. And, I still let her out during the day, and she comes in, has her food, and then goes to sleep, and I lock up the cat flap, and that's it until the next day. But at this moment of time, she's not really going outside. She's staying inside in the kitchen. That's what the problem is.
It's quite funny to find out at the age of 18 that she pops out 3 or 4 kittens.
No, she's been done, so there's no likely of that to happen.
Well, that would be a surprise.
Well, it would be, yeah. But there's no other. She doesn't see any other cats around here. She's only seen one other cat and had an argument with it, and that was it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm so tired today.
Yeah, so, but it's, I'm going to just carry on as normal and do things every day today. And then when we get to next month sometime, my sister has said to me that she's got 2 days off during the week. So when I get my benefit, then I'll try and make an arrangement to have her taken to the vet on the day that my sister says she can come down and help me by taking me to the vets with her, which will save taxi fare.
Yeah, I mean, there's like neighbour's cat keeps coming here.
I mean, because Alfie is more than just a cat to me. She's my child.
Yeah. Would you have
And the poor,
Would.
and the poor thing, when she arrived here in the UK, she spent about 9 months in a cattery. And I had to get a bus every day to go up to the cattery to see her, spend as much time as I could, and then wrench myself away from that, and then come home to where my sister is with her cat there, which made it a bit difficult.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what Kip just said. Lol. It only takes one time. Macy's close to me because he was a quick one. I had no idea what he means by that. It's an American type joke, and he went,
that went way over my head.
yeah. Just like a condom, isn't it? Goes right over your head.
I don't really know. I could say which head, but probably know which one. So
I understand, kid. Reminds me of that saying, if you did enter the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise.
I'd be wanting to join in.
Oh! I didn't know you. Takes only one time for a cat to get pregnant. Maybe they were having an argument because he was a quick guy. That's what he meant to say when that was a joke. I digress and moving on, he says. Well, it had to be the Immaculate Conception kit because Stephen's cats had the hysterectomy.
Well, not quite that, but they had, when cats get fixed, as they call it. So there's no way that she. And there's no other cats. I've only ever seen in this since I've been here. I have one cat around here, and I've seen foxes.
Yeah. No, my dad used to make jokes about people farting. He says a fox always used to smell his own hole.
Oh, and you certainly know when foxes. Well, it's not your foxes that make a hell of a noise when they're making calls. It's hedgehogs you got to worry about.
Yeah.
I remember in wherever I was living, I could hear this loud screaming from outside, and I thought someone was in pain, and it was a hedgehog.
Mm-hmm. I remember hearing the kerfuffle and screaming sound, and then woke up to find those two women foxes having sex in the alley opposite me.
They're noisy. They're noisy things too when they're making. Correct. It's a spooky sort of scream, and you think, "Oh, what on earth was that?"
Like somebody was getting murdered.
Yeah. And even Alfie was reacting to it. She was running up and down the hallway.
Yeah. I mean, we have cats next door. It obviously thinks this time of year is mating season because we've got the harlequin there and the black cat next door with the white socks. And they like to do the horizontal mumbo jumbo.
Or the vertical mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
Whichever way you look at it.
Well, yeah. And
well, I knew that talking about that, I know who the father was of the kittens of Queenie because I saw them acted in the bushes.
Yeah.
Just one of those quick moments. I saw our Queenie with, thought, oh, hang on, what's going on here? And then I shooed him away. And then, of course, it was a few months later, we had kittens.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, that was... Well, it was when I was living here in the UK years ago, because I've been backwards and forwards from the UK to New Zealand. The cat we had then, Cassie, she was also a tabby, gave birth to the kittens on my bed, and I thought she'd brought some rats inside. And I was trying to tug the bed saying, Cassie, get rid of them. And I put my glasses on and realised, oh, hello. 3 little kittens born on my bed.
What were their names? What did you call them?
We couldn't keep them because we lived above a shop. And as we owned the shop, we couldn't have cats around there. Well, we kept Cassie, but we couldn't have the kittens.
I agree with you, Kit. Maybe the other cat didn't bring us some tea. That's why they were fighting. Yep. Or maybe the other cat had trouble with the crumpets he was sending. So I was just saying about something in the chat.
It's all right.
I mean, I remember we took Holly to go to the vet, right? And she needed an operation on her foot. Came back and we had a very red-faced veterinarian. This is why he said one of the dogs that was waiting in the waiting room got through, went in the back, and just as your dog was coming out, and it was another Springer, and Holly and him were doing the horizontal gymnastics. And of course, a few months later, out pops little.
It's only natural. Doing what comes naturally.
I believe in miracles when he came along. You sexy thing, sexy thing. You.
Sex bomb, sex bomb. You're my sex bomb.
When he got 10 puppies, come right along. Yes, it was 10 Springer Spaniel puppies.
Yeah, I see. Oh, now talking about new songs out, I see that Rod Stewart's got a new song out.
Oh, yeah.
Really good, actually.
Do you think I need Viagra?
No.
I think with Rod Stewart, I think you need a carer to make it a concerted effort.
But we've lost, sadly, we lost someone, the guy from Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah, John Chalice.
Yeah, we've also, in the musical world, we've lost Alan Lancaster, the bassist with Status Quo. Just rather sad.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I first started getting into Status Quo in my teenage years.
Here we go. Rocking
all over. Actually, the first song that I ever heard was In My Chair. And then there was Paper Plane and Softer Ride. Those were my two favourites.
Kip says like me and you have got a singing voice.
Now you talking. Oh, I can see it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure whether that's because of the light.
Yeah.
But as you're talking about that pink hue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
That's weird. It gave a look of a sunset.
Something's. Yeah, no, it's the light. It's round about here, which behind me, even though it's dark.
I don't see it now. No, I do.
I do. Yeah. I don't know whether it's a reflection of light, but I mean, to me, yes, that looks pink.
Da, 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 do you think I'm sexy? Da, I can't remember that song.
Karma sugar, let me know
Yeah.
if you want my money and you think I'm sexy. Come on, let me know. What else have I been listening to? I've been listening to Deep Purple,
Yeah.
Roxy Music, Enigma, Queen, Deep Purple, Marilyn Manson, and Ghost. I was listening to today as well.
Kip says
And
pink. He looks like a pink flamingo.
pretty flamingo.
I don't see it now.
I do. I can see it. It's strange because it's either the reflection of light, but that should be dark because there's the only light's here.
You need the light bulb. Da, 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 da,
Not
da,
that
da,
I'm worried about it. I'm quite
and
curious
research
about it. And what?
Anne Reese likes Black Sabbath.
Yes, I like that. Well, I would say the Aussie period was good. The Dio period was fantastic, but not many people get into the one with Tony Martin and The Eternal Idol was my favourite Black Sabbath record or CD.
My
And
favourite piece of music comes from Ozzy Osbourne other than Black Sabbath. And that is Mama. It's a bit more melodic than normal, but
well, I suppose like with Fairies Wear Boots and Iron Man and Supernaut and Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath and System of the Universe were my favourites.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, Ozzy was fantastic, and I really liked it with Dio. Because I followed Dio on after he left Black Sabbath and he did his solo album, so I followed Dio
Oh,
after that.
Sister, we're not gonna take it. No, we
Oh,
ain't
crikey.
gonna take it. No, we're not
It's another
gonna
group
take it anymore.
anymore. Because I suppose one of the songs I really like from the Tony Martin period is of the Eternal Idol was the song When Death Calls.
Yeah.
It's a morbid song to listen to at this moment of time, but it features Brian May.
Oh yeah, Led Zeppelin I like as well. That one they did.
Oh, yeah, crikey.
Stairway to Heaven.
All My Love, Carousel Alhambra, Hot Dog, Heartbreaker, Whole Lot of Loving, Dazed and Confused.
Anybody likes White Snake?
Yes, I do, yeah.
I
My
want to
favourite
say
Whitesnake,
like particular albums or like particular songs, if you know what I
yeah.
mean.
Well, there were certain songs I particularly like from the Saints and Sinners. I reflect back to that quite fondly, the Saints and Sinners.
You know Lemmy from
Motorhead.
Motorhead. I was up Midlands with my dad and mum, and we were having a meal, and Lemmy was there at the bar drinking. I didn't. I did not. We did not what you call talk to him with him because we knew for a fact that he was busy with his friends.
Well, I'm not sure if many people know that Lemmy also sang a song with Nina Hagen and Lena Lovitch.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's a song called Where's the Party? It's from her album, Nina. And it's he's featured as a guest with Lena Lovitch.
Kip and Anne, you're not old. You know, you say you show your age. Well, you're not old. As long as you
Well,
keep
look,
thinking in that part, so someone
I'm old enough to now remember when I first heard Tubular Bells from Michael Oldfield. And it's nearly, 50 years old?
Tubular Bells, I remember coming from that film, The Omen. Not The Omen,
The
it was
Exorcist. The Exorcist.
The Exorcist. Oh,
Well, see,
you know,
I remember that very fondly.
when I saw that, that's what put me off pea soup.
Oh. It's, you see, I followed Michael Oldfield. Oh, did that draft again?
Okay, I can see a great big swathe of pink behind you now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna say this. If this is Mrs. Dennis, I'd like to say hello to you.
Can
If you
she hear
hear,
through my headphones?
pun?
Can she hear through the headphones?
Oh, I thought you didn't have the headphones on. Oh
Yeah, I
well,
do.
yeah. Just say to her, if you're there, Mrs. Dennis, or saying you're there,
Or
Mum,
if they're, yeah,
change the air to warmth.
please. Mum, can you change the air to warm, please? Oh, no, I know you're there. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, no, where was I? Yeah, because I remember when I first heard Tubular Bells, and then
Yeah.
years later he did a Tubular Bells too.
Oh, I got both of those.
Well, yes, I have too. And then I wasn't. The strange thing was that when Michael Oldfield did Armageddon, I wasn't really all that keen on it until he did Return to Armageddon, and I started listening to both.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm just feeling
Crikey.
a cold. I'm just feeling a cold breeze down my neck right now.
And I see the first discovery of music is when I was in my mum and dad's bed, one of those early mornings, listening to the radio, and
Yeah.
that's when I first heard Queen singing Killer Queen. And must have been 75, 76 year, 1975, 76.
It's about 10:15 now, Kit.
And I first heard Killer Queen. And then, of course, after that, after Queen, I got into them. And Elton John with Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in my teenage years, about 15 or 16, and I'm now 59, and crikey, they were over 45 years old.
Wow.
So it is really quite surprising. I've gone through, and it was by listening to Van Halen, they were my introduction into heavy metal.
Yeah. Do you know what was my introduction to metal?
As what?
Hearing White Snake on the radio.
Well, they weren't really, at first, weren't classed as really heavy metal. But what I like, what David Coverdale did was he did an album of Deep Purple songs, calling it the Purple Album. And they re-recorded some of the Purple songs that they did while they were in Deep Purple, and they were really quite good.
By the way, Kip, I'm doing what Reefy does. I'm eating sausages.
Right. But I mean, it's just by going through the YouTube, and I've discovered a lot of different groups that I didn't really think that I would like then. I do like now. I mean, there's like Dream Theater, there's Ghost, there's Todd Mobile, there's Gus Gus, System 7, Steve Hillage, Spongle.
I have to admit, I'm surprising myself. I'm liking, of all things, Disturbed.
Yes.
And there's
'Cause
another one, was Five Finger Death Punch, which surprised me.
There's only a couple of songs I like from them, but I'm getting into Rob Zombie.
I'm not sure I've ever heard him.
I like it's just weird. I like the song of something of the Howling Wolf.
Try that
Awesome
Dragon
video.
Ball one.
Of course, I
Yeah.
remember. Sorry, what's that?
Try listening to Dragon Force. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, probably they're similar to like Dream Theater. I like them now, especially the album Octavarium.
Also, Evanescence is good.
Well, I saw Evanescence live in New Zealand. I can relate to a lot of the songs that they sing about, especially at the time when Mum passed away. My Immortal was the hit, the top hit, and constantly being showed on the TV, and that's how I could resonate with it, because it was hitting me right at the time when Mum passed away, and I was hearing My Immortal, and that really struck a chord with me.
Right, is when Bring Me Back to Life was when Matthew died in 2001.
Yeah.
And I heard that on the radio and immediately
Bring me to life. Yeah. Well, I could, with the personal situations I was going through, a lot of these songs certainly helped me through what I was going through at that moment of time. And I was fortunate that at the time when Evanescence were touring New Zealand, I had the right, and at the same weekend, it's like on the Saturday I saw Evanescence live, and then on the Sunday I went to see Yes live.
Yes, I can't remember what song we did. I can't remember.
Yes, oh crikey, they did And You and I, Love Will Find a Way, Owner of a Lonely Heart.
Yeah.
Owner of a Lonely Heart. But crikey, they've been going just as long as I've been alive.
I love Heart as well.
Oh, Heart Barracuda. And and Magic Man. Alone, yes.
Till now, always felt fine on my own. I never really waited till I met you.
Where did I get to being alone?
Yeah. How do I get you away?
I kind of like Disturbed because I think I've got a slight crush on the singer.
I know it's a female singer, isn't it? All of them.
I'm Disturbed. I'm talking about Disturbed.
The lead singer's got metal rings all over the neck, all the way underneath.
And then, of course, Judas Priest.
Funny enough, I got a bit of a crush on the lead singer on Five Finger Death Punch.
No. Oh, you're going to laugh about this. Jason Donovan.
Yeah, too.
The video that he does on TV at the moment, I can't remember, he's talking about something. I'm like, oh, crikey, he looks...
Calm down.
Oh, those jeans.
The calm you down is imagine Margaret Thatcher in suspenders and peephole bra.
What's that song from Dr. Hook? Baby makes my blue jeans. Yes, she makes my blue jeans talk.
She makes my pants get up and dance.
Yeah, that's another good one. One of my favourite albums from Dr. Hook would be Bankrupt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's got some awesome songs on that.
Is when you're in love with a beautiful
But there's
it's hard.
Oh, that was a funny album. There had a lot of funny little songs on that. Bankrupt.
What about the Tiger in the Zoo? You know, the greatest hits one, yeah.
Oh, I read that one.
No, it's one I got to move them in thing. I'll send it through on the
and then of course I was talking to someone the other day. Erasure, another group that I like. And it was this, they were popular at a time when I wasn't really aware of them. But there was one day I remember going into a record shop and I was looking for a particular type of, I can't remember the record I was looking for, but I could hear the song going over the sound system. And I kept thinking, I like this song. I don't know who's singing it. So I went up to the guy at the counter and I said, well, what's the record you got on at the moment? And he said, Erasure. And I said, well, what's the song called? Ola Moore. And so I bought it right there and then. Broke my heart, now I'm aching for you. And ever since then, I've been Erasure hooked.
Yeah.
And that's why I've got my own group on Facebook called Erasure, because I like to share the extended and remixed versions of their songs because I'm forever trying to find them. And I thought, well, rather put them on my post on Facebook, I set up my own little group of Erasure on Facebook.
Yeah. I didn't actually call them Eraser. This is why I asked him why, because he said, excuse the joke here, people in the chat. He said, why? I asked him, why do you call it Erasure? It's just because I like to rob on out thinking of the lead singer.
Okay. I think
yeah.
But there's so many different you see, I'm quite, as I say, eclectic in musical styles because there's so many different styles of music that I listen to. I mean, like Aesthetic Perfection. Gods and Gold, which is an unusual song.
I like Blue Savannah as well from Erasure. Savannah song. Savannah song. Going through the desert.
There's because I love you. What's that? Take Me Back. Run to the Sun. I Love Saturday.
Do you know what I heard? I hadn't heard for years, but it came on the radio the day Torsten dumped me. It was Erasure's I Love to Hate You.
I love to hate you, yes. I love to hate you. I love to hate you. I love to hate you. Yeah, because there's so many. And it was just because of going into that shop and hearing them. L'Amour has always been a favourite song of mine.
I remember going up to HMV and they had some people that seemed to be signing Evanescence albums. This was in the early 2000s. I went up there, bought my Evanescence album and the single, that one, Bring Me Back to Life. And turns out it was Amy, the Amy woman. No, actually, was the lead singer.
Amy Lee.
Well, scroll on many years later, Torsten saw them and said, they're nice, you signed that. I told him about the Evanescence signed them. And he went, they're nice. And of course, when he dumped me, I didn't realise that when I got home, he had stolen the single and the CD.
Oh. It was at the time when my mother had passed away. And I was just watching the TV of the musical Hats. And the first two songs I heard was My Mortal and, what's that other one? Going Under. And I actually felt that as if I was going under with the amount of whatever it was I was going through that moment of time when I lost Mum. It felt that I was going under, so I could relate to that song.
Well,
and ever since then...
yeah, she's talking about she likes to listen to Gregorian chant and Native American music, right? I just want to know if Anne Reese remembers a song called Return to Innocence.
Enigma. That's my favourite song. And also Between Mind and Heart and Prism of Life and Like Sadness.
Yeah,
In
Sandy.
Nominated Sonic.
Here's one I would like to recommend to Leanne and Reese. It's called a band that does German Gregorian chant music called Lesiem. Lesiem.
But there's another one that's similar to who I listen to. Like I listen to Steve Hillage and System 7. There's Osric Tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
They're a very interesting group to listen to.
I also, if you listen to stuff like that, that's New Age. Also, like Addy Amos, which is the album, which is by Carl Jenkins.
So many do. Oh, what's the other one I like? Heelan. They're a Nordic, I think, Norwegian group. They're very interesting to watch. I really like them. I can't quite pronounce the names of their songs, but Heilung is Heilung.
That's right, Spitfire. Orinoco Flow is a good one by Enya.
Enya, oh, I know Enya, yeah.
All of them was good. Hi, Tom. Nice to see you back.
Oh, what am I doing? Silly me.
Yeah.
Let's say there's so, and this is by going through other music groups. I discover groups. Oh, I've not heard this. Oh, I like that. And that's how I discovered Ghost. Actually, they've just done
I've seen too many of them.
They've just done a cover version of a Metallica song, and it was really good.
Here's one that it's someone that I listen to. That's actually he's on YouTube, but he does have albums that are out as well. There's a man called Peter Hollins. He does choral music and
Corn. I've never really gone into Corn, but I have listened to them and thought, yeah, okay. There's REM. That I watched a live concert of theirs on YouTube, and that was awesome.
Was it Whiny Happy People?
Shiny Happy People, and what's that Numb song?
None having it.
No. Numb and something. Does anyone out there know REM songs?
Losing My Religion is one.
Something about Numb. Because also, who was the other group that did that song, Numb?
Numb Bum.
No, the guy committed. Oh no, he died a few years ago.
What, that pipe guy?
No.
Pipe guy, I mean.
What was that group? Something. Oh, they were a very well popular group, and the guy sadly killed himself. Not Prodigy, but there was. They did a song called Numb.
Didn't Prodigy do on a Firestarter, on a Wicked Firestarter?
That's Prodigy.
Yeah.
Or Keith Lynch.
I liked, but I was a bit of embarrassed, like, because it's a bit of a nasty song. It's about smacking a woman up.
Yeah, smack my bitch up. Well, I mean, that caused problems with Firestarter.
Mm-hmm.
From a twisted Firestarter.
Heard of?
Who?
Korn, that's in Korn.
Yes, you'll say I've only heard a few of their songs and not really that into them, but I will listen. I mean, I've also just been gone back into rediscovering the music of Genesis and Talking Heads.
We on the road to nowhere. That's That's Talking Heads, isn't it?
Yeah, David Byrne.
Yeah.
I did. And of course, when as I said, at the same time that I discovered there was Queen and Elton John, was also at the same time I discovered the group Sparks, for instance. Sparks?
I know Sparks. This town is
town.
not big enough for the both of us.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I followed them through the years.
Yeah.
I feel like a teenager when I think of all these times and the experience of going and buying the records from the shop and smelling the vinyl. And
I remember my dad buying me a cassette tape player, right? And I would go to WH Smith's and buy my tapes on my birthdays and on my.
There's not many people these days know about cassette tapes. The trouble we went through when they unwound and you had to get a pencil to twist round the reel.
Yeah. Do you know my first cassette tape was Queen's Greatest Hits?
Oh. Well, actually, my first ever CD that I bought was Queen's A Kind of Magic.
Yeah.
Because at the time I was buying records and then the CDs were being released, I realised that the CDs had extra tracks. And I thought, oh, well, I better start buying these if these CDs are going to have extra tracks of them that are not featured on the albums.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I converted from buying records and then going over to buying CDs. Of course, there were records and...
The second one I remember.
Because there was records and tapes, and then there was...
Remember Kim Wilde?
Oh, Kids in America, Cambodia. Never trust a stranger.
Yeah.
Because Kim Wilde also did a song with Nina, the girl that sang 99 Balloons.
99 Red Balloons.
Yeah, well, Kim Wilde did a song with her. And it was by chance that when I was living here in the UK, I was listening to a music tape that was giving out reviews of certain new groups. And they kept talking about this Nina Hagen.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, oh, this sounds really interesting. I must check this out. So the first record I ever bought of Nina Hagen was Nun Sex Monk Rock.
Wow.
And it was...
I listened a lot to the radio when I was a kid as well. Mum and Dad used to have a radio, something on the old radio. And I had one of those tape players that used to connect to those old cartridge computers.
Oh, yeah.
I used to link it up to that and then make mixtapes of all the music I wanted to listen to.
Yeah. I used to wait patiently by the radio with the tape recorder trying to catch a certain... Because then also at that time there was Sweet, Peppermint Twist and Ballroom Blitz and Blockbuster and Hellraiser. Because there's only one remaining member of the Sweet alive, and it's like with Uriah Heep.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, Uriah Heep wasn't very nice to people. But
who?
The band Uriah Heep wasn't very nice to the fans when they used to meet them.
Well, they were classed as a second-hand Deep Purple. Because their sound was similar, but there is a difference. But I really got into the Magician's Birthday. Oh, because David Byron's gone, Gary Thayner's gone, Ken Hensley's gone.
Yeah.
So there's only Mick Box that's left of the original of Uriah Heep.
I like Cher and them, she did some rock music. It wasn't what you call
Gypsies, tramps, and thieves. They only talk about us when they don't. Gypsies, tramps, and
Yeah.
that's the first song I ever remember hearing from Cher.
The one I remember, the first one is when we turn back time.
Turn Back Time, and there's One by One, and what's that other one? Yeah, I think if I could.
Oh, she did.
Bang, bang, my baby shot me down. And of course, the song, Do You Believe in Life After Life? I can feel it inside you say, I really don't think you're strong enough
Do you believe in life after
after
love?
love.
Yes, they are. I think the Francis Rossi is still alive. Rick Parfitt died.
Yeah, Rick Parfitt's died. Just for Alan Lancaster's passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what I got into
Yeah.
at the time I got into Status Quo was Softer Ride and Paper Plane, and then I bought the Blue for You record.
Yeah. One of my favourite Prince songs was Thieves in the Temple.
Oh, Prince.
Love.
Let's get crazy.
Yeah. Love come in a hurry.
Purple Rain,
Thieves in the
Raspberry Beret, 1999.
Yeah. Party like it's 1999.
Gee, I could talk about all. Of course, there's Sushi Boy was 5705.
Do you remember wasn't sure it's
REO Speedwagon.
Do you remember they did there was a rock band in the 2000s that actually did a remake of Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal?
Alien Ant Farm.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, what about Smash Mouth? The bad one. That's the one that Let's Do It Like the Animals.
Bloodhound Gang.
The Bad Touch. Oh, Bloodhound Gang, yeah.
Animals would just do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
Mm.
I do like Kim Wilde's one.
Yeah, well, there's quite a few I liked of hers. Crikey, there's so many different.
America. Oh yeah, there's also Billy Idol, wasn't there?
Yeah, he's still going.
You done? Sister,
Oh, because there's he did White Wedding, and there's the group called From This Moment that did a song called Black Wedding, and that was them and Judas and Rob Halford.
Yeah.
Nice night for a black wedding. So nice.
Out again.
Of course, there's groups I grew up with in New Zealand, and there were quite a few New Zealand groups that I grew up with, like My Sex, Split Ends, Space Wolves, Citizen Band, and then later on, of course, we got Crowded House. And then from Australia, there was Skyhooks. And then there was Midnight Oil. Was Savage Garden.
Savage Garden, I remember them.
Crash and Burn. I Want You. Affirmation. Let's do it like I want to be like the animals.
Oh, ooby doo, I want to be like you. Oh, that's the wrong one, isn't it?
Yeah. Or what's that other one I sent you? Let's go wild. Wild. Go wild in the country with the snakes in the grass are absolutely free.
Little Bow
Bow
Wow.
wow wow. Oh, what about Adamant and Prince Charming and Stand and Deliver?
Stand and deliver your money or your
Money
life.
all your life.
I was going to actually sing it as your money or your wife. You can imagine them then saying, "Here, have the money. You can have the wife too."
Well,
You know.
well, I will say there's one song from the Eurythmics I always get wrong. Is it what? Is it Sweet Dreams? I mean, it's not Sweet Dreams. What's the other one they did? Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? What's the other song the Eurythmics did? Love is a stranger.
Love is a strange.
And she says something, and I misheard the words, and it's quite funny because the way I heard it was suckhead circumcision.
Suffer a circumcision.
Suckhead
I used to think it said suffer a circumcision.
Suckhead circumcision. I thought, what on earth? You know, it's obviously misheard lyrics, but it's not what she's singing.
Yeah, here's one that I used to laugh at because we used to, when it was at school, sing that one. Said the plastic population, the only way is up. We used to say that at school, that's for the suppository song. You know, the only way is up.
Yeah, the only way. I remember crikey. And you know, strangely enough, on my night clubbing, when I used to go night clubbing a lot, I used to visit a nightclub called Alfie's.
Yeah. Funny enough, I used to when I was a teenager, go to a pub in Exeter, which was a gay bar called the Queen's Vaults.
Mm-hmm.
And it's now, of course, in half and half. They've let the straights come in a bit. I'm not against the straights, but it kind of makes you think, okay, you now don't know who's straight and who's gay for you to pick up someone.
Well, I remember when I first went night clubbing and I went into the club, I can still remember it to this day. The first songs I heard that night were 500 Miles from the Proclaimers, Straight Up from Paula Abdul, Edelweiss, when they did the song, If You Bring Me Edelweiss, it was a crazy song, and Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, Milli Vanilli. Do you remember Milli Vanilli?
So I'm gonna miss you. Yeah. Well,
Hang on. Girl, you know it's true.
Here's what he might not remember. Mel and Kim.
Actually, guy. Singer.
I remember Mel and Kim.
Respectable.
Yeah. You
leave it, gonna take or leave it. We never. People in chat must think we're mad.
No, we just love the music. They're loving the music too. They're remembering all the good music in the chat.
Yeah. It was because I can't see chat, so I don't know who's there. But crikey, you know, as I say, because I got my own music group on Facebook and other groups I belong to, I'm always discovering something new. I mean, like how I just.
Okay, so Anne's going to go, and as it's about just over 2 hours.
So yeah, I'm going to have to.
Normally 2 hours, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I should
Well, I'm going to say.
Hope you had a
Well,
good
I could
time.
go on for ages. So, good night, everyone on chat. Thanks for listening to
Good night,
us.
Stephen, and thank you very much for coming up.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And good night
Well,
from
I'll
me.
leave now. Okay. Bye, everyone in chat. Take care. God bless.